Everybody, how's it going? It's Joe. Welcome back to another episode of the Inside Our Phillies podcast. It's Thursday, January 8th, and it's been a big day in Phillies land. But before we get into all that, let's welcome Jeremy, SJ Phillies fan. How are you?
Pretty good. Another year wiser now, which is annoying. Sucks.
Yes, happy birthday to Jeremy. Should we sing the song?
Okay. Everyone sing it while you're pause and sing it, and then hit play now.
There we go. We're back.
No, I mean, so we got some exciting news that could get. Do we let ourselves believe?
So let's jump right into that, because that's obviously the thing that everybody is going to want to hear about. Matt Gelb is reporting that the Phillies have a meeting set with Bo Bichette in the upcoming days. And as this kind of offseason has progressed, their interest level in Bichette has changed. First off, Jeremy, were you surprised when this article dropped a couple hours ago?
Yeah, yes, just because. Well, I mean, not really. I mean, we had like the Heyman thing a couple days ago saying Phillies are in on it, and so but it's just like with Heyman, you never know if is he just talking out of it from the agent side or what. So let's just at least confirm that Heyman wasn't talking out of his ass. So it's always nice to do like, oh crap, we're actually meeting with him. So it's exciting.
Right. Let's kind of from the onset. Obviously, Bo Bichette added to the Phillies. You stick him probably at second base, it seems, is like the most likely place where he'd be able to go.
Because he's like Derek Zoolander, he can't go to his right.
Right. So and he doesn't have a great arm either. So at third base, to throw a third to first could be a problem for him. But second base, you put him there. He's probably a very good defensive second baseman. And you figure that means the Phillies choose between Bowman, Stott, and who they would want to keep in their infield, and then one of those guys would just be the odd one out, and they'd go off to Pittsburgh or somewhere else, right?
Yeah. So I'm. This is all just my assumptions. It's like my guess is there's some kind of what also is happening is other teams started asking about Bohm or a Stott, and the Phillies were liking the kind of talks that they're having with that, and they're like, okay, if we're gonna do this trade, let's go get Bichette. And
yeah,
I'm like, it's definitely like this is not a sign and done move. There's going to be a trade after this,
which is great because for so long we've wanted the Phillies to kind of get creative, shake things up a little bit, and this could be the start of finally shaking things up a little bit. Talking about the money, some of this stuff comes from Matt Gelb's podcast, Phillies Therapy. We've had Paul Boyer on from that podcast before. Really good podcast, great information there. Everybody should listen to it. But according to Matt Gelb, in that last podcast that came out a couple of days ago, the Phillies kind of did not want to spend too much more money this free agency. There was a belief heading into the free agency this year that the Phillies would be okay having a 1-year super expanded payroll, because coming into a new CBA in the past, every single time a new CBA has been signed, the luxury tax penalties and everything has all reset. So essentially the Phillies would go way above their payroll, pay a huge tax bill for 2026, and then whenever the new CBA gets worked out, you have a lot of money coming off the books, number one, and your luxury tax would also reset going to 2027. But according to Matt Gelb, at least a couple of days ago, the Phillies were not interested in doing that. They had a number that they were willing to spend, and they were not going to go above that number. So where do you think that the money for Bichette would come from? Say $30 million a year.
Okay, well, we'll get into it more after this. But Bohm just signed for $10 million, and then so that's a third of that.
Not signing JT would get you 15, probably.
Yeah, so that's $25 million then right there.
Yes, I agree.
And then you're just like, you go up to Milton, Keyman.
You maybe get like a couple million in relief from Castellanos. But here's the second part of this. And here's why, to me, I don't really believe that the Phillies have an interest in Bo Bichette. And I want to be wrong with all my heart, because as we all know on this podcast, if you listened, pretty much from the onset of free agency, I've said that I want Bo Bichette more than I want Kyle Schwarber, and I think he would be a lot better fit to the Phillies. And I still think that Bo Bichette would be a really great fit. But here's what makes me pause. The other thing that Matt Gill reported in that podcast is pretty much that once again, the Phillies have grossly overvalued Bohm's value. The Phillies had a belief going into free agency that he had value around the league and that they would be able to get, a decent piece back for him. But it kind of turns out, Matt Gelb alluded to the fact that even at Alec Bohm's projected was about $10 million, ended up being like $10.2 million for arbitration, that teams might not necessarily be interested in just taking on that money for Alec Bohm. So I question how real the interest in Bo Bichette is if the Phillies need to find some way to free $30 million and you can't get rid of all of Bohm's 10.2.
Yeah, it's honestly just shocking that we signed Bohm because the way the CBA works now is it used to be all arbitration salaries were not guaranteed until the season started, but now it's only if they go to trial.
Yeah. So
it's beyond me why any team wouldn't just go to trial. I mean, that's why with JD Davis, it's like that's when all the fans learned of the new rule. Because no one I'm sure some people read the CBA and oh my god, that's a big change, but I didn't know about that until it was oh my god, it's such a bizarre change.
It is pretty strange. No, you're totally right.
Yeah.
Now there are ways they can still make it work, right? Like if you get Bohm and maybe you can't, get 100% of the salary off, you could trade a low-level prospect, and that probably could save you the extra few million. But it would require some more maneuvering than I think people are really giving it credit for right now, is my point.
I know, but you toss in Rakonis or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But what were you going to say? Sorry, I kind of interrupted you there.
Yeah, no. That's pretty much, it's just, you can't, finagle the arbitration contracts as much as you used to, which is good. I mean, the player, because I'm been a big proponent of we need to get rid of 6 years of team control, move it to 4 with 2 year, or even just 3 with 2 year, with restricted free agency. So
yeah,
I'm glad those contracts are now more guaranteed. But I'm shocked they did that with Bohm because they figured get out of his contract.
Right.
Because he's not going to get you. He's not going to get you anything more. He's going to get you slightly better than Zach Pop.
What if the solution, and this is kind of really getting into the weeds. I don't know how realistic this is, but what if the solution is that the Phillies trade off both Bohm and Stott?
And then sure.
Then you have Aiden Miller coming up at some point. You can have Sosa in the meantime. Got to play wherever you need him to in the infield diamond.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like Sosa as third as much as other people do. He's always looked the shakiest at third.
Yes. Yes.
But I would definitely trade Bowman Stott for Bichette. So
yeah. I would love to have this Bichette thing be true, but it would just require such a shift in the way that the Phillies think about things. And while it's something that I want so badly, I don't think you tender Bohm if you think there's even a chance that you're going to be signing Bo Bichette later in the offseason. And I don't think you make your number one priority Kyle Schwarber if you think there's a probability that you're signing Bo Bichette later in the offseason. Now, circumstances change. Maybe his market has collapsed to some extent. But I just have a hard time fully buying in right now.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, it's just we like to think, Stott is still a young guy. Stott's 28 now. He's not young. He is what he is.
Stott, I think, has real value though. That I question.
He's great defense, great speed, great bat to ball ability. It's just his swing is pathetic.
Yeah, he was better in the second half, and I don't know how much you can really buy into that.
I know, but how many times has like they fixed it, and they like they changes and then they revert back. Like if he could keep his hands down and not, then sure. Like I would be interested in seeing how Stock could continue what he was doing. That'd be great.
Right.
But if you could take the sure thing with Bichette, fuck yeah.
Yes. No, I agree. The other thing with Bichette, haven't seen many people talking about this. But what do you make of Bo Bichette's 2024? Obviously, it was marred with a ton of injuries.
Yeah, he was hurt. That's literally all it is. Everything outside of that is the same. He was hurt last year and terrible.
Yeah.
Enough. That end of discussion.
Right. I would have liked the power numbers to come back a little bit last year.
Yeah, but he hit 18 home runs. Like the 2 years before that was 20, and then 24. Like 29 is his career high. Like
right. No, I'm kind of picking at.
He still played he only played 139 games. He would have hit 20 home runs if he like didn't go in the IL a little bit.
Yeah. No, you're right. I'm picking as ours. Like Bo Bichette, I am trying so hard to not get my hopes up because I feel like in my heart, in my head, with what I'm saying, there's like a 95% chance that the Phillies don't sign Bo Bichette in my mind. But I wanna so hard just gotta bite into that 5% and kind of turn that into fruition. What do you think the odds are that they sign Bo Bichette at this point?
I think the fact that we're meeting it with him, 65%.
65%. Oh man, you're gonna get me believing now.
Yeah.
We can get back to Bo Bichette soon, but
I mean, there's nothing else to talk about unless he signs with us. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly right. The other thing that we didn't talk about in our last episode, but we will now, kind of getting back to Philly City Connect Jersey's question about Harper's not elite t-shirt. Obviously, this is in reference to Dave Dombrowski saying pretty much that he's not elite anymore in that postseason presser back in, I guess that was, October? Oh, God, what happened to the time? What do you make of Bryce Harper wearing that shirt? A lot of people liked it. Some people don't. What do you think?
I think it's just freaking hysterical. Like some with some edgy like emo kids but this is what I said when Dombrowski said it. I said it's the type of statement that will stupidly what's the word I'm looking motivate. Yeah, thank you. Jeez. Motivate Harper. And it's exactly what it did. It's stupid. It worked. It's hysterical that Harper thinks he's like owning oh my god, my brain right now. Owning
front
the
office.
No, yeah, it's like a story, owning the headline, owning the
narrative.
Jeez, thank you. God. Yeah, owning the narrative, but this is exactly what Dombrowski was just basically trying to do. Like, you can't convince me otherwise. So, it's hysterical and stupid. It fits with Bryce Harper's personality very much.
Yes, but it would also fit his personality if he wore it because he was offended and he was kind of just being soft about it, right? Like, I think you kind of go one way or the other, and I am not...
Yeah, but, I don't know. Has Bryce really ever been soft?
I mean... I think
he's been stupid and like reactionary. I would call him soft.
He has an ego that I don't think he likes getting challenged.
But what do you expect when you're anointed as a 16-year-old?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The past like couple years of Bryce have kind of just really kind of turned me off on him. You can go back to, I mean, this was like several years ago at this point that he was asking for a contract extension when
that was hysterical.
Had 8 years left in this contract or whatever because he was upset that the contract he signed would sign for more money now. Like, yeah, that's how inflation works, Bryce. And then
it's how free agency always has worked. You set the market, and the next guy will beat it.
Right. And then you have Bryce Harper with like the EBOO stuff, and it's like that's ridiculous. It's a bad look. You have the way that he's kind of been sulking a little bone-like over the last year or two.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, his attitude has really affected the clubhouse. That's 100% for sure.
So to me, I just have a hard time discerning on if this is him getting motivated, and that's good, or this is him having an attitude problem again, and that's bad.
I think to him, he thinks it's motivating.
If it gets that next gear out of him, that's fine, right? But I'm just saying, like, there's a risk, in my opinion, that this could go the other way, and it kind of pisses him off, and he's playing even more angry, because now he's not only upset that the team didn't extend him, but he's upset that the president of baseball operations said he's not elite anymore. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, then if he's a self-fulfilling prophecy and he's not elite because of it, then Dombrowski was right, and then he is soft, and he needs to get out of his own head and out of his ass.
Yeah. That's totally fair. One other thing that I kind of wanted to bring up is Phillies did make an addition. They signed a player out of Asia. Did you miss this?
What?
Yeah, they signed left-hander Tucker Davidson out of the KBO. Davidson, pitching in the KBO last year, had a 3.65 ERA across 22 starts, minor league contract. So Tucker Davidson is going to be some depth for the Phillies rotation.
I did see that. I saw Tucker Davidson sign, but like my brain didn't register the Phillies signed him.
Yes, so this is great. I mean, the Phillies, outside of like 6 pitchers, of which like 1 is hurt right now, Zach Wheeler, they really didn't have any depth in the starting pitching department, and now they have a little bit more. So this is great.
But he didn't exactly light up the Korea. He had a whip of 1.386.
Yeah, but I don't know. He is better than whoever the 6th starter is right now with Zach Wheeler hurt.
Isn't that Painter?
Painter's the 5 right now. Or the 4.
Yes.
Or whatever. Because right now your rotation, right? Your rotation is Chris Sanchez number 1, Luzardo number 2. You don't have Ranger Suarez anymore. So probably like Aaron Nola's your 3, Painter's your 4, Walker's your 5.
Yeah, I'm just saying that like the last time we signed someone who reinvented himself in Asia was fucking Matt Moore in 2021.
Well, he almost had that no-hitter.
He did. You're right. That was funny.
And Matt Moore did kind of resurrect his career for a little bit there.
Oh yeah, no, he had just 2 years after that. It was great in 2022 and then good in 2023.
Legend. Phillies legend Matt Moore. And Chase Anderson. That was the other guy that year, right? Chase Anderson.
Oh god. Was it 2021?
Yes, 2021. Chase Anderson.
Oh my
6.75 ERA.
Yeah, like I still like how the fuck did you get put him up for 14 games when he was obviously awful? Like they just don't know when to drop these fucking guys.
No, it's just been a problem for a long time.
It's gonna be Zach Pop next. We both know this.
Well,
the rationale. No, the rationale. I'm sorry, was pathetic. Oh, they basically they offered him. But like they got a major league contract. They had the space for it, but like we offered him a pretty high minor league contract, $250,000 if he's in the minors. Just offered that a minor league contract. Like you were so afraid you're gonna lose him to another team. He throws 96 miles per hour. Apparently, every fucking reliever now throws 96 miles per hour. What's so special about this bum?
No, yeah, that's true. I guess the only thing that I can think, if there's one thing that I trust the Phillies with at this point, is pitching development. Maybe they're a big believer in Zach Pop, and they think that they can kind of turn him back to his Marlins self.
Is that really his Marlins self? It wasn't really that long.
No, but he's not old either, right? He's going into his age 29 year. Like, this guy should not be cooked but he kind of has been cooked the last couple of years nonetheless.
No, but even in college, he wasn't that good. And it's just...
Do college stats matter? Like, I don't know. Because, like...
I'm just saying, like, even his mind, like, there's just, like... The only reclamation project we've ever succeeded with, honestly, is Jeff Hoffman.
That is true. Well, Chris Sanchez, he was like a throwaway almost.
He was young.
He was young. You're right. Right. There is definitely a difference between Chris Sanchez.
Yeah, Chris Sanchez in 2023 was 26 years old. And and he showed promise previous. It was just he was wild. And so
Right. Right. Chris Sanchez, like that year he had last year, it does not get talked about enough. Here's a guy with 8 WAR, an ERA of 2.5, and a FIP of 2.55, so it's not even like he got that lucky.
Yeah.
212 strikeouts. I mean, Chris Sanchez, honestly, I might take that over any year that Zach Wheeler has had with the Phillies. Like, maybe Wheeler's 21?
His 21 was... The 3 complete games is what I'm like, yeah. Like, Wheeler was a stud in 21.
Yes. And then it was even better than that, in my opinion. Like, Aaron Nola's 2018 was better than both of those years.
Oh, yeah, Aaron Nola's 18 was just amazing.
Incredible. Like, literally one of the best pitchers I've ever seen that year. It's Aaron Nola's 2018 is like, I'm going to hold on to it forever. I'm always going to believe in Aaron Nola because of 2018.
Okay, the thing is, if Nola bounces back next year, do you sit him in 2027 and 2029?
You're kind of talking a Giants even year thing?
Look at his year. 20 it really starts. Okay, so 2018 2.37 year rate, 2019 3.87, 2020 3.28, 2021 4.63, 2022 3.25, 2023 4.46, 2024 3.57, 2025 6.
Yeah.
So
I guess that's true. I never really realized that before, but that is remarkable. That's remarkable. Interesting. Aaron Nola, I mean, how do I talk about Aaron Nola now? I think he's like probably the biggest X factor for the team next year. Because
I mean, aside from last year, his problem has been with like some bizarre 2 strikes, someone gets on with 2 outs and he blows up. There's a curveball down the fucking middle. It's just I've never seen a guy get blown up so many with 2 outs and 2 strikes.
Yeah.
It's always the round 4 inning.
Aaron Nola can just turn into a serviceable middle of the rotation, like 2 or 3 guy. That would be massive for this team.
I mean, his FIP last year was 4.58.
Yeah, I would like him to be a little bit better than that.
I know, but I would take that over last year.
Yes, I'll take that over the 601, right. But are you concerned at all about the kind of the state of the Phillies starting rotation? Because I don't know if it's been calculated properly how big of an impact not having Ranger Suarez is going to be.
Yeah, but my thing with Ranger, it's just I don't trust Ranger to hold up.
Yes. I mean, you definitely can't trust him to hold up, but for the last several years, he's been a reliable middle-of-the-rotation starter that they don't have anymore. And if all of a sudden, I mean, now you're kind of getting into if territory, but if Aaron Nola can't rebound to be acceptable...
I got some breaking news. The meeting with Bichette is scheduled for Monday.
Monday. Okay. That's exciting. Do we know if Bichette has had any other meetings?
No, they're just very like the fact that this is being so talked up about is just is he Boris Bichette?
Let's see. Bo Bichette agent. His agent is Vayner Sports. I don't think it's
really.
I
thought it was.
It looks like his Vayner Sports. It looks like same group as like.
It's Dan Lozano. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like Bader's organization. Cheers. He's like by far the biggest guy that this agency has in baseball, at least. Interesting.
I know there's reports that the Red Sox have had offer out there for Bregman. So like you have like Bregman waiting for an offer. You JT have seen an offer out there. It's just some of these players are just like this whole. I think everyone overestimated the market this year.
Maybe. I mean, to me, it's interesting because I would not have predicted that teams would be so hesitant to spend this year going into the CBA, right? Like I would think that even if there being some potential of there being a cap in the future, you'd want to get every contract in that you could before that. But a cap is probably very unlikely. So I guess.
I also found it interesting. Apparently, the Reds were willing to go whatever it took to sign Schwarber, and he said, "Nah."
I don't know if I believe that. I saw that too. I
know it's very easy. It's very easy for them to like leak that now because they didn't sign him. So it's like, oh yeah, we would have done whatever it takes.
Right. I mean, you can just get like the spin cycle whenever you want afterwards, right? So.
Yeah, we would have signed with him, but he didn't like us. I don't know how that's a much better story than he chose not us.
Right. No, and truthfully, that's where a lot of like my hesitation with all of this Bo Bichette stuff comes from, because the Phillies know that people have been upset, right? And they're kind of buying themselves some time with their fans by making it seem like they're really signing Bo Bichette. I can't believe it until I actually see it.
Yeah, no, because the bigger question is like, okay, what moves are going to make the same, like trading Bohm and everything?
Right. And I don't know. You'll know this is real when you start to see talks about, hey, this is what they actually might do with Castellanos. This is what they might do with Bohm. When you start to see that other teams might have an interest in any of these guys that they have to clear contracts for, I think that's when you could maybe tell that this is a little bit more real.
Yeah.
One other thing, kind of just in the spirit of being creative, what if the Phillies did want to kind of clear some salary in a different way, instead of kind of getting these like kind of mid contracts out of here and have that be your way of freeing the money? What if they just... Go ahead. What were you saying?
Wait. Trade Turner.
What if they did trade Trey Turner?
Yeah, you put Stott at short, Bichette at second. It would be interesting.
Is Trey Turner's contract tradable in your opinion? So he signed 11 years, $300 million. He has 8 years left.
Oof. Yeah. It's. I mean, it is only 27 million. It's like it's a solid set amount. It's not going to rise.
He has a no trade clause, so make of that what you want.
I don't know. Like, where the hell would even? Who needs a short? Like, we're not going to trade him to the Braves. We're not going to. I mean, like, okay, not a bad idea in my head. For if we were going to do this, the perfect trade target would be the Yankees.
Yeah. No, I could see that. They don't really have a great shortstop situation, do they? So
I mean, I can't like this tangent. I can't believe they let Volpe take all that flack from the media and everything when he was hurt the whole year.
It's pretty crazy.
I know.
What
Like, why
happened
didn't
to
you
the
just say?
Yankees?
Why didn't you just say he was hurt?
What happened to them?
George Steinbrenner died, and his son, and the son that did care, died too.
Yeah,
That's
that
really
is
it.
true.
Hal does not care.
Whew.
Can you imagine George Steinbrenner if the Met being alive when the Mets outbid for Soto?
He would have lost his mind. He would have completely lost it. Interesting. We'll see what happens. Obviously, if Bo Bichette does sign with the Phillies, we're going to be here very quickly with an emergency podcast. So hopefully we can get to that at some point. I would love to actually have something exciting to talk about.
Yeah, well, we still got the arbitration salaries to talk about.
Oh, that's true. We have arbitration salaries to talk about. What do you think of all the arbitration? It looks like everybody signed at this point. March was the last one. So what kind of do you make of the arbitration numbers for the Phillies?
Yeah, no, let me pull those up. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to run down them real quick, then we'll talk about them. All right.
Go to each one, and then I'll talk about the projection, so we can talk about how it compares to the projection.
Yeah, Luzardo signed for $11 million.
Projection 10.4.
Sosa 4.4.
Projection 3.4.
Bohm 10.2.
Projection 10.3.
Stubbs already signed in November for $9.25.
Yep.
Marsh 5.2.
Projection 4.5.
Duran 7.5.
Projection 7.6.
Stott 5.9.
Projection 5.8.
Banks 1.2.
Projection 1.25.
And Marchand signed in November for $860,000.
Yep. So
yeah, I mean, isn't made Luzardo for only $11 million? Like, God, the arbitration system's so broken.
Yeah. Arbitration is ridiculous. It's insane.
Well, like, I remember it was a big deal that Howard signed for $10 million. That was like he broke like the record for $10 million. Like, we're barely anyone still goes past that.
Well, you've had guys like didn't like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. get like a $30 million year of arbitration?
But was that agreed upon or hearing?
I don't know if it was a hearing or something they agreed upon before the year, but I just remember one of those ARB years, like there was like a $30 million arbitration.
The highest arbitration salary is $31 million, set by Juan Soto with the Yankees. Ohtani was the previous record at 30. Vlad was 28.5.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's nice that the superstars getting paid, but like Luzardo only making $11 million is a hilarious joke.
Right. It's interesting. Do you like? How interested do you think the Phillies are in re-signing Luzardo? It would be expensive, like for a good left-handed starting pitcher. Ponying up the dollars.
It all depends. He's never had back-to-back years of solid production.
Yeah.
So like 2022, 2023 are, but 2022 was only in 18 starts. So.
Do you take the risk now then and sign him to an extension before he comes up?
Oh hell no! Oh hell, I wouldn't. No, you've seen how bad Luzardo could be if he doesn't have it.
I agree, because if everything goes well with Painter, which I think we have some questions about, but if it happens, I think that would make you not need to re-sign Luzardo as much.
And again, we drafted 1 million college pitchers in the draft.
Can one pan out?
Yeah, like exactly.
I am with you there. Anything else? I think we kind of got all of the main topics covered. Jeremy, anything else that you have?
No.
Cool. Fair enough. That will end this episode. If anybody wants to get involved, we have a channel on Discord. Join the link in the show notes, and then go to the podcast channel. Put in any questions or interact with the show however you'd like there. We would love to have you all and get involved. And then also be sure to stay subscribed for what we hope to be a great year of podcasting to come. So thank you everybody for listening, and we will talk to you all real soon.
Bye.